Greetings from Lower Alabama. This is Todd coming to you once again from, where am I? I'm in, I guess technically this is the dining room. These early sunsets are just not conducive to me doing much filming outside. I did do a couple of reviews yesterday while the turkey was cooking. So I hope as I film this is the day after Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody had a really nice Thanksgiving. I know we did here at the Outpost, but so we'll just, quit rambling about Thanksgiving and move straight into the business at hand, which is Old Rasputin. It's a beer from North Coast Brewing. They're located in the city of Fort Bragg in California on the Mendocino coast. This is an Imperial Stout, and it's 9%. And I'd be lying to you if I told you anything other than I'm really happy about getting this review done, because this is a beer I've got some experience with, and I love Imperial Stouts, and this one I know is just delicious. I was having a conversation with a fellow at work, Earl. Super guy. He comes in and helps us out at the gardens, and the subject came up of what beers do we like, and he mentioned Old Rasputin, and I told him I loved it. And guess what? Well, he brought this one, so I'm going to happily sit down and enjoy this and give it a quick review. I've not reviewed one on the channel, even though this is one that I've got some experience with. So, crack this pig open. Now, these do come in 4 1-pint cans. Who doesn't love a full pint can? Pint cans are like donuts. You know who loves donuts? Absolutely everyone. So, oh man, look at that. How beautiful is that? It's just spectacular looking with that tan head and the jet black in the glass. It's just, the amazing thing about some of these is that very little happens on the nose. This is one that doesn't have a powerful aroma to it at all. Oh my God. It just hits every conceivable note. Let me put this down. It's hopped pretty well for a Imperial Stout. A lot of them are really lightly hopped. This one's hopped fairly well, and I suspect part of that is it's done in California, and the West Coast. That's kind of the style out there. Is they tend to make everything a bit hoppier than a lot of others. There's an Imperial that I should do on the channel at some point from Oscar Blues there in Colorado. It's called 1050. That's another big one. And it's hopped pretty well. This is comparable to that if you have any experience with 1050, but man, this thing is loaded with caramel and all of the futsy things you like to say. It's the dark fruits, raisins and all that, currants, all those wonderful things. And it lingers on and on to finish. The bittering hops in it are really heavy on the finish. But up front, it's roasty and malty. It's just so good. Now, I will say that and I say this a lot, if you're new to the craft beer scene, and not necessarily craft beer, but just bigger beers, this is no jumping off point. You know, this is kind of put your big boy pants on and get ready. This beer is big, it's bold. You know, it's 9%. You know, you're not going to sit down and have a bunch of them, you know, a couple of pints, and you're going to know it. Yeah, it's just good. You know, dark chocolate and coffee notes, and it's, you know, there's a lot going on, and my palate is not, you know, a number one. So, you know, if you're looking for boatloads of tasting notes and all that sort of thing, probably not your guy. But suffice it to say, this is a really, really nice Imperial Stout. If you've got an experience with them and it's something you like, if this is not one you've tripped over, give it a run. You know, I'm down here in the deep South in Alabama. Like I mentioned, they're in California, so I would have to think that their distribution is quite wide. I can't imagine it not being in any, you know, major metro area. Oh boy! All right, so guess what? I'm going to wrap this up so I can sit down and enjoy the rest of this. If you found this helpful at all, or even if you didn't, for that matter, please like and subscribe. You know, I'm not trying to necessarily build a channel. That it's fun to watch that number grow, which it hasn't of late. So do that. Just hit the big red button. It's really easy. And that's it for this one. So please enjoy your adult malted beverages responsibly.